So what is going on, everybody? Today is a day that I want to say I'm very disappointed with what's going on with the division, man. I feel your pain, community out there. It's not fun to be a creator for the division right now. It's not fun to be an agent for the division right now. There's just a lot going on behind the scenes. And a lot of us play the game because we actually enjoy it. We enjoy the grind. We enjoy grinding those levels, whether you like grinding your shade levels, your expertise levels, just having that grind. And that's what looter shooters do to you, right? They make you feel like you need to always be grinding. And that's what the division does. But I will tell you what's been going on with the division has actually really disappointed me, man. And we're going to start off with a couple things. First, we knew there was supposed to be an apparel event on Tuesday. It did get delayed because they had that huge issue with Conflict. Conflict is currently shut down by the devs because a couple agents actually went in there. When they came out, their expertise level actually got reset. So they shut it down. So if you try to matchmake now, it'll just constantly put you in a queue, but it will never let you in a game. And that's because they're trying to protect the players right there from going in there. They're working on that. So we don't know when it's going to be coming up, but there are a couple things that they got to iron out before they get that to us. And there's a couple other bugs floating around that people have mentioned to the devs. So they definitely have some work to do. And Title Update 15 wasn't a smooth launch. Yes, it brought the hype back. Yes, a lot of people were excited for it. Countdown was a good game mode. It just needed some work. And they've continuously updated, at least on the console side. I think Countdown's pretty smooth right now. I know PC, you guys still have some crashes. And I feel for y'all. Hopefully they can get all that ironed out. Hopefully they can get that. But today we're going to be talking more about what was supposed to happen today, right? So on Tuesday, we were supposed to get a apparel event. Division came out and said, as you may have noticed, the maintenance has been delayed. Yeah, we know. Sadly, Fairview Crew apparel event won't be releasing today. We'll get back to you once we have more information. So that tells you right there, guys. They were trying to work on it. I'm sure they're still working on it. Maybe we'll get it tomorrow. Maybe we'll get it next week. But just know they are working on it. But it does suck, right? Because we've been waiting for a new apparel event. For all of you guys who do enjoy apparel events, there's something for some of you guys who enjoy. Some of you guys want them just to hurry up and fix Conflict because you get on to play Conflict, and I totally understand that. The team is definitely hearing it from the community, and they're working. And I just want to say, I know they care about the game. So what we'll do is we'll read this and you'll see what they have to say. So this Twitter user Big Wash says, so tell us how hard it is to follow the season roadmap you set out and have a template for. Does this apparel event even exist yet? Are you still working on it? Just be honest with the community. And then if you don't know, Pally is a developer, and he says, okay, fair, assets have been ready for a while. We set them up exactly as before, but a lot of infrastructure tech is shared across projects. I think they underestimated how much changes to the backend architecture for other projects would impact us. So just so you guys know, seems like something in the back end is causing these issues. The apparel event is done. They just need to finish out some things. Now, the same developer did come out and he addressed the community. He says, I expect the community to be disappointed and angry. We are too. I know this doesn't help. So just so you guys know, the developers are disappointed too. And you know, if you were in the developer shoes, no developer wants to create something amazing, a project, and have it fail, right? That's not when no developer's mindset is like that. So these guys definitely are disappointed, right? Because they don't just have to impress us. They have to impress their bosses who are giving them the okay to continue making projects. And that's just something you guys have to like. I know we tend, well, not all of us, but some people tend to get on these devs a little harder than they should. And just remember that they are working hard to get this out to us. Now, their team is a lot smaller, and I kind of felt that was going to be the case, and I felt like issues would arise. And there's a lot of new members to this team, and I'll talk to you guys about that in a second. He continues on and says, I have so many young artists waiting for their work to go live for some of their first game credits. They are disappointed as anyone. We let our players down. We let our colleagues down. Both feel awful, I assure you. So everybody feels very disappointed about this whole issue, about the apparel event not going live and having issues. He continues on, he says, yell at me if you're going to yell at anyone. At the end of the day, apparel events are my responsibility. So he's taking full responsibility on this. And I'm telling you guys, I've been interacting with a developer on Twitter back and forth, and I get nothing but good vibes from him. Like he cares about the community. He's trying. They're trying to get this out there. Remember, this team is a lot smaller, like I said, and I had a feeling. I'm gonna tell you guys. I had a feeling when Title Update 15 came out, when Season 9 came out. Honestly, I felt like there were gonna be issues, and the reason why is when you have a team composed of developers, right? And a lot of those developers go to other projects, you hire new developers, right? And while these developers are smart, they can handle the project, it's still like a learning curve, right? And I feel like some of these guys have been here forever, and then some of them are kind of new, because I can tell you a lot of developers I used to talk to on the back end, like I would talk to every now and then, I would communicate. None of those guys are on the project anymore. None of them. They're all on different Ubisoft projects. So for me to see that, to see them all on different projects and see a whole new group of developers that I don't really know, and I'm sure there's guys that are still there from day one, but you gotta think about that. Like the developers who knew, okay, I can fix this, I can fix that, I can fix this. It's gonna take these guys just a little bit longer to get there, right? So it's just something I already knew coming into this. This was probably, this might happen, especially with the game like the Division 2. Now, Steven does come out and ask this question. I think the big question is, weeks out time frame or a few days time frame or indefinite, because something is majorly wrong. And then Pally comes back and says, literally a couple bugs on specific platforms. It could take hours, days. I expect hours. So it looks like we could have this update very soon. Maybe prior to the weekend, maybe next Tuesday, maybe Monday, who knows? But as of right now, it looks like they said could be, he's expecting a couple hours, so maybe tomorrow we'll get an update on when we'll get the apparel event and so on. Now, to address the chill out mask, I know a lot of you guys have been asking, hey, is the chill out mask going away, coming back? Some people are saying it's going away, some people are saying it's coming back. Well, the product director says the chill out mask is an event exclusive mask only, which we already had knew. He says it will be removed from all sources. Was fun while it lasted. Now, this will probably take effect when the next maintenance comes up, and I'm honestly hoping they change their mind on this, to be honest. I'm hoping they do, because first, it's a brand set item. It's a really cool item to have that you can put on different builds if you have it. It has 2 mod slots. No other mask has that. It's not like it's like the Slayer gun, which doesn't really do anything. It was just like a funny gun. This mask actually can be used for builds. So I honestly hope they change their mind on this and they don't remove it in the next maintenance and they actually keep it. But as of right now, that's what it is. So whenever you guys know the next maintenance goes live, this will go away, but it's still in the game. So if you guys want to go after it, go after it. And this is what Yannick had to say about the whole situation. He says, another impact of not releasing content for a while, the tech evolved. There's still a lot we need to relearn. Sorry for disappointing you. So what I'm assuming he's hinting here is obviously the database that everything is stored on, the cloud that they use, or however the back end part. There's new tech that they have, obviously, because the last time we got content really was like, what, 2 years ago, a year ago? So kind of makes sense. So then someone came out and actually asked about the compensation for the components, right? Like a lot of you guys who were level 30, you guys grinded, and now you're back to level 20, used a lot of components to get those levels up. So Jeff asked the question, Yannick, I have a question, probably won't get an answer. Compensation components, when are we expected to get those? And Yannick said, we're still discussing the best way to handle this. We haven't forgotten and still plan to compensate everybody. So that is coming. Not sure if it'll come in the next update, the next maintenance. Just know they are working on it. They're trying to figure out the best way to compensate people for this. And then finally, there was one more comment I wanted to read. Someone wrote, sorry to tell you the truth, but the game is too big for your team. And Yannick responds, it's not. There's just a lot of optimisms that have been lost. We'll get them back as the team builds experience. And this leads back to my comment saying that they definitely have new devs on this team, that they're learning the system. They're learning the Snowdrop engine. They're learning the new Ubisoft Connect. They're learning everything in the back end that makes a Division run, because it's just not a game you load up and that's it, right? This is all online. And I feel that a lot can go wrong, especially if you have a newer team. And I will say they probably have a lot of devs from the very beginning, but they definitely have newer devs too that are on board, right? Because we saw that they were hiring and they continue to hire more and more developers to get this game going. And that's one thing I will tell you, that I feel like they care about the game. They want it to succeed, but it might take some time, and we might continue to have these issues going forward. And hopefully they get less and less, and hopefully they can iron out everything as they gain experience and they just don't give up on the game. We've waited long enough, and a lot of us were so excited for Title Update 15. We're so excited for Season 9. And for it to go the way it's gone, it is very disappointing, guys. I'm disappointed in the division, and it's hard to say because, you know, like when you support something for so long, you finally get content, you're so excited for that content, it's to the point where you're like, man, this kind of sucks, right? So let me know what you think about the whole situation. What do you think is going on with the division? And do you think the division can recover from what's going on? All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the love. I will see you guys in the next video. But until then, hey, nothing but skills out. Take it easy, everybody.